The 200 series Land Cruiser was the last Land Cruiser we saw here in America, at least under the name Land Cruiser. They say, okay, well, you can get other vehicles that are very similar here in America, like the Sequoia, the 4Runner, the Tundra, and the LX. Now, more specifically, the LX 600, that is based off the 300 series Land Cruiser. But Jack Hollis of Toyota has said, obviously, the Land Cruiser is such an important part of our heritage and has done such a great job. He is essentially saying he has seen the designs and thoughts and ideas of a new Land Cruiser, but there's nothing to announce at this point in time. He says it's a ways off. I mean, obviously, Jack Hollis is beating around the bush that the Land Cruiser is coming back to America. We just don't know when. But if we go to Best Car Web, the best source of upcoming Japanese vehicles, they got some nuggets about the next Land Cruiser for us, so let's dig in. Well, this article is really not about the Prado, and the Prado is what the Lexus GX is. This article is talking about what they call the Nanamaru, and that's roughly translated to 70, and that's the 70 series Land Cruiser, which is available mainly as a work truck or a work SUV. It's very bare bones, very rugged. It is sold throughout the world. We don't get it here in I should say in the United States. I think some mining operations have it in Canada, and then in Central America, you guys probably have access to the 70 series. But they're saying that the 70 series is coming back to Japan. Could we be getting this 70 series and not the Prado? That's a possibility. But the 70 series is so much of a work truck that I think in the American market, people would be wanting more features, more luxury, things like that. But the problem with the 200 series is that it was way too expensive. And if you're bringing in the Prado, which is nearly identical to the Lexus GX, and you also have the 4Runner, where does the Land Cruiser really fit in the lineup? But the 70 series could make a case as a bare bones, naked off-roading utility vehicle at a very low price point. We'll have to wait probably another year or so until we have confirmation from Toyota on what Land Cruiser they're going to bring. They're not going to bring the 300 series. That is already the full-size Land Cruiser that's already proved to not be a successful ticket here in the United States. And they already have the LX. So that kind of is our 300 series for our market. So they have to bring something smaller here as a Land Cruiser, and I would love it more than anything for them to bring the 70 series. So Best Car always has contacts working for OEMs, and this is what they're expecting the next 70 series to look like. And it looks amazing. It looks super old school, the beautiful boxy nature of an old Land Cruiser, and the round headlights are a little bit different here. They're saying it's more like the Jimny, which, God, I would love to have a Jimny here from Suzuki. So this is what they get for the 70 series in Australia, for example. We gotta love the snorkel, the huge hood scoop, and you can get in a twin turbo V8 diesel, for example, in certain markets, which is amazing. But they're saying that the headlight is separate from the headlight capsule here, and it's more of a standalone headlight like the Jimny, like we see on this model. So, and this also coincides very well for what we're hearing either from the dealers or other rumors floating around there on the forum saying that the front end of the Land Cruiser that we're getting is going to have very roundish headlights and a very old school front end. Let me know, guys, down below if you want to see a Land Cruiser 70 series here in America and leave the Prado for the Lexus GX. And guys, definitely this summer I will have Lexus GX here on this channel. I will be revealing it for you sometime in June. That's all I'll say. I'm probably saying too much at this point, but this is what makes most sense for me. I'll say it again. The 70 series, bring it here, bring a manual transmission, give us, well, I know diesels would be ideal, but V6 options. But I don't want to get my hopes up on a 70 series as a low-cost, rugged, built from granite vehicle come to the United States. And that's because everything I'm hearing about the powertrain of this Land Cruiser coming to the United States is going to be the same that's going to be in the new Tacoma, which is the new iForce Max with a 2.4 liter turbo hybrid with around 300 horsepower and over 400 pound-feet of torque. That's supposed to be the powertrain on the Land Cruiser that we are getting here in the States. Does that mean we couldn't get that in a 70 series chassis? Oh man, yeah, probably not, because 70 series, I just don't think they're moving the 70 series to the F platform anytime soon. I only see this hybridized powertrain only working on the F platform. So 99% sure that it will be in the form of the Prado, but if the Prado looks like this, it doesn't mean that the Prado can't look like this. So if the Prado looks proper old school, circular headlights, very boxy nature to it, I think people are going to lose their minds. And if that's the case with this rounded, cute, boxy nature, the LandCruiser in America will have a dedicated following like we've never seen before, at least in our country's history. But who knows what the fate will be of the 4Runner at that point. So anyway, stay tuned. There's a lot of unknowns that need to be announced from Toyota, but I'll see you guys down below in speculation lane. But we have other things going on. I wanted to share the wheels on the Prius. So on the base LE, you have these hub caps or wheel caps. This is actually what the wheels look like underneath. They're very similar to the 3rd gen Prius that had the wheel covers as well, except these are bigger. These are 17-inch wheels versus my tiny 15-inch black wheels, but very similar wheel design, except these are tilted and have a little bit of an angle to them compared to the wheels I see in my 3rd gen. But let me know, would you be popping the wheel covers off if you had a base LE model or base SE model on the Prius Prime? I might be doing it. I think I like the depth here over this fake facade on these wheel caps. Okay, we have some other fun stuff to talk about over at IC Cars. Tesla has the most projected lifetime recalls. Mercedes and Toyota the least. Now, recalls don't necessarily mean reliability. You could have small recalls like window trim and things like that that don't affect the drivability or the durability of the vehicle. But check this out. Tesla is the most recalled brand with the Y, 3X, and S occupying the top 4 out of 5 spots. Mercedes-Benz leads the least recalled list, followed closely by Toyota and Lexus. All right, let's go to the models with the fewest safety recalls. Mini convertible. The funny thing is that even though the Mini convertible, I sold one. I actually sold one when I was a car salesman. And the aftermarket warranty for that vehicle cost more than the vehicle did itself. I think it was like $13,000 for a like 2 or 3 year aftermarket warranty for the Mini convertible. So just because it's low on the recalls does not mean it's reliable. So keep that in mind. Lexus NX 300H. They don't make the 300H anymore, but the old one, the 1st generation NX. MKZ Hybrid also don't make this anymore, but it lets you know like, hey, look, here's hybrid technology, and the MKZ uses Toyota's hybrid technology. It's pretty darn reliable in theory. CLA is high up on the list for least recalls. Here's another Toyota hybrid system in there with the RX 450H. The new 450H is a plus, which makes it a hybrid, plug-in hybrid, but it's not available on the market yet. And I expressed my distaste for that in my 500H review that I posted this morning. 350Z or 370Z least recalled, but it's such a low volume vehicle. And actually, so far, all these vehicles are pretty low volume at this point. Let's get into the most recalled cars. We already know Teslas occupy for the top 5. Another high-end car here, the Panamera, super high recall rate here as well, 15 times more than the average. Now, the bonus of the Teslas, even though they're recalled left and right seemingly and will be in the future, they can update them most of the time over the air updates. So they have that benefit for now. And here's the thing, by the end of the decade, almost all the manufacturers, the traditional ones, will have over the air. So Tesla can reap the benefits of being really one of the few manufacturers that support over-the-air updates to fix their recalls in the meantime. Got a bunch of Volkswagens here, Rams here, more Porsches, Kia Telluride. I'm driving the sister vehicle to that, which, where is it? Where's the Hyundai Palisade? It should be on this list because it's essentially the identical vehicle. So that's interesting. And here's some Florida high schoolers being stupid with their Infiniti. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. This is exactly what you would expect from an Infiniti kid in their school parking lot, right? Over the speed bump, I think that is, and then just crashes straight into, I think that's a GMC of some sort back there. So I'm just going to play it again, because we all did stupid things in high school, but this is just on another level stupid. And look, all the kid jumps off the top and he starts running. Like cowards, idiots, just kids being stupid. But I wanted to share that with you guys. Gives us a good chuckle. Reminds me of my all the stupid stuff I did when I was in high school. All right, guys, going to end it there. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to see your thoughts and opinions on a round headlight, old school looking LandCruiser down below when we get it into America, hopefully in the next couple years. Gosh, I don't want to keep waiting. All right, thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves and peace.